I think Mime is more busted than the limit breaks. I guess it depends. The limit breaks are pretty busted in 8, especially the end. Just being... Isn't the end, like, technically available from the start? Or do you have to have her weapon? You might have to have her weapon to unlock it. I don't remember. But yeah, you can just... The end, anything. And then, like... Squall's limits are pretty nuts. Irvine's limit is pretty nuts. So nuts they use it in the speedrun to one-shot everything. I don't really remember how Mime works that well in 8. I do remember it being stupid good, though. But perhaps limits are broken in more interesting ways. And for a longer period of time. Oh, Mime in 7? Wait, did I read the question wrong? Did you say Mime in 7 versus Limit Breaks in 7, or did you say Mime in 7 versus Limit Breaks in 8? I swear I read 8. Ooh, Treasure Goblin. Come on, baby. Oh man, we gotta be close. We gotta be close. Mime in 7 versus Limit Breaks in 8. Definitely Mime in 7. I mean, other than if you... Well, at the end, you can't really cheat, though. So, yeah. Definitely Mime in 7. Mime in 7 is just, haha, the game's over, have some fun. Levels of power. We got it! Give me my trophy! Give me my trophy! Stupid PS3 and its super long trophy. Drops, please. There it is! Yes! Delete this game immediately. Delete the game right now. Delete it. It's over. It's over. Delete this game. I never want to see it again. Oh my god. At long last. Oh my god. I knew we were close. I knew we were close because of that frickin' Treasure Goblin. Oh man. Yes. Finally. Its last effort to be annoying, taking forever to delete. Its final act of desperation. Don't delete me. Where are trophies on this crap console? Oh my god. Alright, let's get over to the trophy list so I can talk about this. What a story this is. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Diablo 3... Not Eternal Collection. So, we gotta talk. This is one of the most ridiculous stories in my whole journey of trophies one of my biggest gaming journeys ever. So basically, long story short, I played Diablo 3 when it first came out. I actually enjoyed it. I know Diablo 3 is, you know, a lot of Diablo fans hate it, but I enjoyed it. It was the first Diablo I played, so I didn't really know the better Diablo 2 or how much it was different from Diablo 2. I just played it and enjoyed it. Played it with friends at the time too, so that helped out a lot, made me enjoy it. But then after I was done playing it with friends, I decided, hey, let's get that platinum trophy. And Diablo 3's platinum trophy is not super awful at first. You have to do some actually there's some pretty cool trophies. You have to do like a hardcore character up to level like 10 or something, I think. You have to do some of the post-game content. You have to do a lot of like just random stuff. It's not just collectathon. So kind of cool trophies. But it's completely ruined by a single trophy that requires you to pick up 5 million money. And you have to physically pick it up. You can't sell or do it, like any of the fun stuff that usually you do in RPGs to try to grind money. You have to pick up the money. So any kind of like economy or like grind for certain items that sell well, or, you know, getting specific gear so you can sell higher rated gear, like all the things you would normally do in an RPG, none of that matters. All that matters is you put on equipment that has money drop and you run around and fight the same enemies for 100 hours. So it's just an awful trophy. And what's worse is that the scaling of it is insane because the rest of the trophies only take 40 or 50 hours to get. Probably less if you're quick. But then this one trophy takes you over 100 hours and you'll be way done with everything else by the time you get to this one. So it just ruins all the other trophies because by the time you ever get this one, you're going to get all the other ones just from playing the game. So long story short, I spent like 110 hours grinding this out. And I was probably like 6 or 7 hours away from getting it. And my PS3 died and I lost my save. And there was no way, like, all the other trophies were done, but because, like I said, this one is so much crazier than the other ones that you end up doing everything else you need to before you get to that one anyways, it was basically like having to start over from scratch. So that happened 11 years ago. In 2013, that happened. My PS3 died and I lost my save. And for 10 years, I've had every trophy in Diablo 3 except one, and then the platinum. So it's been sitting in the back of my mind for 11 years. You got one trophy left in Diablo 3. You got one trophy left. You could have this platinum, but you just have the one trophy. So, like a year ago, I decided, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to play through the entirety of it again. I'm gonna get this one trophy I'm missing and, you know, remove this awful memory. I'm gonna get it, right? But here's the problem. PS3 Diablo 3 is awful. Awful version of the game. Diablo 3, when it released, had like no post-game. All it had was just play through the game and then just play through the game again on a harder difficulty and then play through the game again on an even harder difficulty. The only post-game was the Hell Ring. That's it. That is the only post-game. Other than that, you just play through the story over and over again, right? And when they made the new Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, for some dumb reason, they split the game into a separate game. Instead of just updating the PS3 version of Diablo 3, they made it a new game, Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, and it has its own trophy list that is identical. I think they may have added some for the DLC, but like they just copy and pasted the trophy list and made it a different purchase on the store. So, and then that version got all the updates. So the original PS3 Diablo 3 is like 1.0 Diablo 3. Like it's got updated a few times, and then Reaper of Souls came out, and they stopped updating that original version. So it is stuck in like this ancient past with like no meta and no post game and no way to make anything better or fun. It's just an awful, awful version of the game. If you see anyone playing Diablo 3 nowadays, it's nothing like that. Then, on top of that, it's on PS3. So the load times are slower, it lags all the time, and, you know, the PS3 is just kind of aged with time. So, like, it is just absolutely awful to play this version. And the PS4 version, when it came out, it's just Reaper of Souls, and it just has the newest update, and there is no, you know, that's all there is. But this version just sits on its own as like 1.0 Diablo. And in order to get, that was the one that I had all the trophies on. So like a year ago, I started on a quest, started a new game, started completely from fresh. And 100 hours later, here we are. I got the one trophy, 100 hours for a single trophy. So I could finally have this platinum. And now I never have to play Diablo 3 PS3 again. I can play the Reaper of Souls version on PS3, which is still way better. I could play Reaper of Souls on PS4, but I never have to play this version again for any reason. It's finally done. The quest is over. And funnily enough, Diablo 3 Eternal Collection on PS4 is coming up on Trophy Quest, which at first I was like, oh my god, I can't. But now that I think about it, I'm actually kind of excited to play it because it'll actually be a good version of the game. And I can see all the cool post-game that I missed out on and actually play an updated version with new skills and meta and balancing and all that. So I'm actually kind of excited for it. I don't know if I'm going to play it right when we get to it. I might push it off for a little bit. But I'm actually kind of excited now to play. And on the PS4 where the loads, and I'll play it on PS5, so the loads are going to be like great. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. But anyways, Diablo 3 on PS3. This was my own stupid idea. Absolutely did not do the full run on stream, not even close. So the difficulty is probably like, it's not like bad. Let me look at the list because that's probably going to take a minute to look on it on here. I feel like it's probably like 5 or 6 out of 10 because anything that has any kind of like difficulty you can grind through. Did that pop up yet? Okay, so like there's the hardcore trophy, which you have to get to level 30 in hardcore, which some people might find a bit difficult. That if you don't know, hardcore is the version that if you die it resets your file. The rest of this is just beating the game on the hardest difficulty. Which can be a bit hard if you're playing solo, but it's not too bad. And again, this is Diablo 3. You can just grind forever. You know, in general, Diablo 3 is just such a grind fest. Like, it's all you do is you just grind and mash buttons. It's really unfortunate. Like, the other Diablos just did so much better with, like, builds and stuff. And that's why I'm excited to play the new Diablo 3, the updated version. I think there's a lot more to do, but you really just mash buttons. There's memes online of like, this is Diablo 3 gameplay, and they're just standing inside of a bunch of enemies and mashing buttons. I mean, that really is the game. Like that is really all you do. If you enjoy mindless grinding in RPGs, you'll love this game. Otherwise, there's nothing, you know, to see. Is there a trophy for getting the I don't think so. I don't think there even is a trophy for getting the Hell Ring. You'd have to do all the Diablo Triumph challenges, which I remember those being somewhat difficult. But yeah, no, I would still say like a 5, maybe. By the way, check this out. Reach level 10. Actually, maybe this one even. 10/5/2013. October of 2013, I got my first trophy. And then my last trophy, 1/18/2024. Oh my god. That's just gross, man. That was October, so you could probably say more like 10, but 10 years, but man, oh my god. That's just gross. You'll never see... you're not going to see that very often. All right, so let's give it a 5. I think that's pretty fair. And then in terms of fun, like they do make you do a lot of different stuff. But the All That Glitters trophy just truly ruins it. I won't give it a 1 because some of the other trophies are pretty fun. But I'm gonna give I can't give it any more than like a 3. Like I kind of want to give it a 2.5, honestly. Like because again, like it just ruins the other trophies because you could, by the time you get that trophy, you've already accidentally done everything else there is to do, and you're not even really like having fun going out of your way to get the trophies because you're just have to get that stupid money trophy. Did a glitch? No. Time. Oh geez, a bug just landed on my head. Hello. Good lord. Is that a stink bug? This stink bug just landed on my head. All right. He's like, time for Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls. Okay, that was an interesting interruption. Okay, so for time, I'm gonna put like, what do I want to put here? I'm gonna put like 2, because I don't have an exact number. I'm gonna put like 180 to 200 hours. And that should put it on the top of my... Okay, it didn't. I'll have to update that later. And then I'm going to put a note, obviously. Took this long because my PS3 save was lost. Should normally take around 70 to 100 hours. And yeah, there we go. Finally, my longest platinum ever, but not because of the game. Because cloud saves didn't exist back in 2013. Back up your PS3 saves, guys. That's all I can say. But we did it. It's finally done. My longest, like, project that has been sitting on the... Like, I just, for, like, the past year, I just, every once in a while, I just take a night to just grind Diablo. Like, if I had some, like, video I really wanted to watch that was, like, really long, like, I had some hour-long documentary I wanted to watch, I'd just throw it on and sit here and mash buttons while I watched it. Like, I've been doing that for almost a year. Maybe more than a year. It's just crazy to think it's over, man. It's just wild. I did that whole thing solo, too. Like, this save file was all solo. From 0 money to 5 million money. All just me sitting in this chair mashing buttons.